And it's the West All-Stars to start out. Now the starting group for the visitors. Moses Malone out there with McHale. Then it's Magic Johnson. Then it's Bird. And it's Jordan in at the two-guard spot. Jokic with the bucket.
Well, I tell you what, Curry is such a tremendous perimeter shooter, and I think his ability to set up teammates and his unselfishness are often underrated.
Now here's Malone. There's the three. And there's Michael Jordan, the assist from Moses Malone.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I spoke with the head coach of the 80s team. Going into the game, he knows DeMar DeRozan will go to his pet move time and time again. Coach said he's so consistent. You prepare for him to drive the ball, then pull up, but you still can't stop it in real life. So they'll just do what they do and hope that it's enough to slow him down. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Here's McHale. It doesn't go for him. Good defense by Jokic. Curry against Johnson. Puts it up from 15. Rebounded by McHale.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now here's Malone. Bird with it. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to Jordan. Bird outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
You know, it's interesting the way Bird shoots the basketball. Angles his body instead of squaring up most times, but the results are remarkable and unquestionably good.
Now here's Bird. Following the miss by Jokic. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Jokic has gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Johnson, the pass to Bird. McHale kicks to Johnson. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Boy, the hard worker that Malone is makes you appreciate him, especially close to the rim. He's a strong guy who usually overpowers defenders inside.
And they're pushing it up. Bird, the pass to Johnson. It's not going to go for him.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Outside Curry. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
You know, at close range, Curry has a plethora of shots. You simply can't allow him to get those looks.
And stolen by LeBron. Here's DeRozan. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And here is Johnson. It's stolen by Curry. Jokic passes to Antetokounmpo.
Boy, for such a young player, the razor-sharp focus of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. A muscular guy who still makes baskets despite getting hit in the process. He's not wide, but he is muscular.
At the line for 1.
One shot.
Free throw no good for Giannis.
You know, after winning most of the individual accolades, Giannis is focused now only on titles, and he'd like to get that in the plural form.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Unloads from 13, and the shot is long. And the 80s team has possession. Jordan kicks to Bird. McHale outside. The pass to Bird. Shot clock at 5. With the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bird's got 5 points so far.
You know, Bird never had that elite burst out of his stance, but what he does have is incredible instincts, just reads the defense and anticipates the drive.
And stolen by Jordan. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Pass to Jokic. Inside, and to Antetokounmpo. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
He's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
Outside Jordan, to the inside. And Bird with the basket on the assist by McHale. 7 points in the game. And so Curry will bring it up for the West All-Stars. Trailing by 2. DeRozan dishes to Curry. Malone with the block.
How about the quicks there by Malone to get up and deter that shot, utilizing that size and reach for the rejection. Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Here's Jokic. Tipped away. Stolen by Bird. Johnson against LeBron. Johnson, the pass to Bird. They double-team Bird. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
And the 80s team has possession. McHale kicks to Bird. Here's Malone. Great D that time from LeBron.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Here's Jordan. And that one drops. Jordan's got 7 points in the game.
You know, Jordan is an accomplished scorer inside. I mean, feels like he can get whatever shot he wants on the block.
Up top, DeRozan. He's guarded by McHale. And it's DeRozan missing. On the wing, Bird. James covered. And Malone with the stuff.
There's the peripheral vision we talk about. Bird finding a wide open teammate.
Malone with the steal. And here's the fast break. Here's Johnson. And the basket is good. And he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Allen's checked in for Jokic. Jimmy Butler comes in for Antetokounmpo. Mitchell, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Chris Paul subbed in for Curry. And that one falls for Johnson.
Boy, the court awareness of Magic Johnson, coupled with his 6'9" size, make him as unique a point guard as we've ever seen. He does everything for this team.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Paul looking over the floor. LeBron outside to halt the run. He doesn't hit that one. And the 80s team going the other way now.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Bird. Malone. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open.
Well, I like seeing Butler show off his mad hops. This guy's got big-time bounce and knows how to slam it down with authority.
We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And guys, don't think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Here's McHale. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Clock at 6. Launches it. Allen with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Mitchell against Jordan. Puts it up from 12. They get the rebound. Butler. Some solid defense by Malone. The 80s team with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Great open look there.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Johnson. McHale outside. Poked away. Butler with the steal. And here they come. And finished off by LeBron.
And with the ball in his hands, Mitchell attracts attention, then breaks down the defense with the pass.
Malone outside. Jordan the pass to Bird. They double-team Bird. To the middle. Pops it up for Jordan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
No doubt about the brilliance of Jordan as a player. Outstanding at knowing when to go get that alley-oop.
Jordan against Mitchell. Over Jordan. That one off the back iron and out. Mitchell's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. No good from Jordan. Ball against Bird. Pass to Mitchell. Ball outside. Down low. James. And LeBron throws it down.
Paul is so gifted at creating for his teammates. I mean, he's just got a special knack, and it's one that's been honed over years and years of playing. He really does work hard to get everybody involved.
Johnson outside. Johnson draws the double. McHale trying to free himself up. Tries again. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Man of a million moves, Kevin McHale wrote the textbook on how to operate in the post.
Shooting.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the 80s team.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
First one falls for him. The 80s team making some changes. Olajuwon's checked in for Malone. Irving comes in for Bird. And Isaiah Thomas is subbed in for Johnson. And McHale drops them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
LeBron against Irving. Here's James. Rebounded by McHale. McHale's got 5 rebounds tonight. James against Jordan. McHale. And it's Kevin McHale with the finish.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now, here's Mitchell. Back to LeBron. The three-pointer, no good. Out of bounds, it'll be the West All-Stars ball. Fred VanVleet is checked in for the West.
Fred VanVleet.
And Joe Allen will bring it up for the West All-Stars. 11-point game.
That's a good decision right there to get Paul the ball. He made it look easy on that catch and shoot.
Now, here's Thomas. Passes to McHale. Olajuwon kicks to Thomas. Jordan against VanVleet. Outside Irving. 5 to shoot. Here's Jordan. It's good from the top of the key. Jordan's got 11 points.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Butler passes to Allen. Olajuwon with the block.
Boy, Olajuwon is a ferocious defender and rim protector. Really excels at slapping shots away.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway, but he sure can make it count.
Now here's Jordan. He's got 11. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. From about 16, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. He's got 13.
An effective score from the in-between area of the court. Jordan doing his thing.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. It's the 80s team. They lead by 11. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look, guys, at the 80s team performance, what are your thoughts?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
On the court for the 80s team, McHale is out there with Olajuwon. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Thomas. And it's Irving in at the 3, the small forward. And the West All-Stars have possession. They trail by 11. VanVleet finds Garland. A floater. Good D by Thomas. There's the drive and the jam by Isaiah Thomas.
And that's the baby-faced assassin. Thomas, he'll smile at you and then he'll cut your legs out from under.
James, the pass to Allen. And they pick up 2. Allen's got his first points of the game.
Perfect dime drop that time. Nice execution of the bounce pass.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, the league remains in love with three-pointers, but DeMar DeRozan remains true to his game. He says, if I see 100 people walking left, that doesn't mean I'm going to do the same. I see this clear path and want to stay right. Shooting threes, I feel like I'm settling, whereas I think anytime I drive, I'm going to score or get fouled. Kevin, different strokes with different folks.
Yeah, but D.A., I love that strategy. Thanks for that story. Here's VanVleet. Jared Allen making his last shot.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Butler against Irving. Inside. Wants to get it to Olajuwon and does. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Giannis. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way.
It is simply amazing to watch Antetokounmpo sprint the floor like an Olympic track star, covering up so much ground with those long strides the way he does.
Here's Irving. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. The wide open look here for Garland. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Garland's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Thomas. Pulls from the top of the key. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Goes up on the wing. No good that time. And the 80s team going the other way now. He takes it in. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And so Giannis will bring it up for the West All-Stars. 8-point game. Van Vliet kicks to Butler. Here's Antetokounmpo. Olajuwon grabs the miss. Here's Worthy. And the dunk by Worthy.
Hard not to be a fan of the way Worthy plays. You see the quickness and agility there on the drive.
Garland the pass to Antetokounmpo. Van Vliet with it. Going inside. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
You know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen.
So the 80s team called timeout. They're first.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Jokic, he's checked in for the West. DeRozan comes in for Butler. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Bounce pass, Thomas. Abdul-Jabbar in the post. Giannis is there. 5 on the clock. It's Wilkins with the drive. And the shot goes in.
Boy, he is quick off his feet and really stronger than he looks. Wilkins can burn you in that painted area.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Dominic Wilkins at the line for one.
That free throw good from Wilkins.
And you look at Wilkins, everybody talks about the spectacular athleticism, but in some ways, I think he's just underrated as a basketball player. Just does so many things well for his team. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
DeRozan against Worthy. Here's Wilkins, and then jammed down as he goes right over Jokic.
There are very few guys in this league who make dunking a true art form. Neek is one of those guys.
Outside DeRozan. And there's the pass to Jokic. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Jokic has got 6.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Wilkins draws the double. Thomas gets a wide open look. Off target from 3-point range. And the West All-Stars have possession. They trail by 11. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Boy, the passing ability of Jokic is really something. I mean, he's proven to be quite the capable playmaker.
Thomas passes to Worthy. Thomas against Van Vliet. Now here's Wilkins. He's tightly guarded. Makes it off the glass. Wilkins has got 7 now in this quarter. Wilkins has gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Garland the pass to Antetokounmpo. And here's Jokic. Another shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon.
That's a nice job by Jokic getting fouled in the act, and we know he's going to cash in most times.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
You know, we've seen Jokic embrace a larger leadership role. He wants to be the guy that leads his team, and that's not just with scoring, it's also with his voice.
Doncic is checked in for the West. The 80s team also changing it up. Malone's checked in for Olajuwon. Bird comes in for Abdul-Jabbar. And it's Johnson in for Thomas. And Jokic drops them both. The 80s team with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Garland against Johnson. Here's Bird. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. 9-point game. Garland kicks to Doncic. Got a hand on it. And he gets it back. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars.
Substitution for the 80s team. Adrian Dantley.
Doncic outside. To the inside. It goes in, and the 80s team lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Jokic.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Johnson. And no good. Good defense by Jokic. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Johnson with the block.
Tell you what, the long arms and great wingspan of Johnson, well used and suited for the shot tonight.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Garland. Here's Doncic. Outside DeRozan. Doncic outside. Shot clock at 6. DeRozan finds Mitchell. And a miss there on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Bird misses. To the paint. Here's Jokic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically bakes defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
The 80s team making a switch here. Gervin's checked in.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
And Jokic drops them both.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
And here is Mitchell. George Gervin getting it to go from deep. From deep. The shot by Mitchell, no good. And the 80s team has possession. They're leading by 8.
I tell you what, the peripheral vision, the court awareness of Johnson. This guy always knows when one of his teammates is open.
Now, Antetokounmpo. He's got 8. Takes it from 10, and it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
And Antetokounmpo showing his versatility yet again. His dribble moves are virtually unguardable.
Johnson, the pass to Dantley. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Time called here. The 80s team will talk it over.
Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise!
The West All-Stars making a switch here. James is checked in.
LeBron James.
The West All-Stars on D. They trail by 6. Johnson with the bounce pass. And that one's good. Gervin's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And I think Magic Johnson gets more joy out of making the assist than any other part of the game that he excels in. Constantly looking to set them up for scores.
Now, here's Mitchell. And he drops it in from the low post. Mitchell's got 5 points so far.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Moment here now for an injury report.
He's got an injury to his elbow, specifically his elbow joint, and it looks like it's a pinched nerve.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, well, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Chris Paul, he's checked in for Doncic. Paul outside. James outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nice D from Bird.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Here's James. The 80s team making their last shot. To the middle. And it's Mitchell missing.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Offensive rebound, McHale. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
West All-Stars ball.
Jimmy Butler is checked in for the West.
West All-Stars, Jimmy Butler.
.131 left to play here in the half. And he recovers it. And he's able to get it back. The 80s team with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Bird against Butler. And it's Bird missing.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Malone against Paul. Outside DeRozan. Pass to LeBron. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. They get it back. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the 80s team. It's a 10-point game. He feeds it to Malone. The West All-Stars pull it in. DeRozan's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You know, part of what makes Malone such a good rebounder is his aggressiveness. I mean, and he also has a real nose for the ball.
Now here's Paul. From 7, here's Butler. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already lost.
Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Paul. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so that brings the first half to a close. The 80s team leads by 10. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often. But in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. They've got Curry. LeBron James is out there with Antetokounmpo. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's DeRozan in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. Now here's Jordan. Bird outside. Here's the 3. The West All-Stars pull it in. DeRozan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Down low. Here's James. Off the mark. Had a chance to trim it to single digits. Bird against DeRozan. Malone kicks to Johnson. Inside. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 5 assists in the game. Johnson against Curry. Here's Jokic. That shot no good. And the 80s team going the other way now. Here's Jordan. The West All-Stars pull it in. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
It goes in, and the 80s team lead is cut down now to just 9 on the bucket from Stephen Curry. Johnson against Curry. A second chance effort. Johnson, good.
Magic Johnson.
Johnson's got 5 now.
Yeah, watching Johnson exert his will down low now, using his height and quick release quite well inside.
Curry is inside. He's guarded by Johnson. Johnson with the block. To the inside. McHale can't get it to go.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. Got to appreciate that stop. Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
Jordan the pass to Bird. Malone left side. From deep, Jordan. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the middle and to Antetokounmpo.
Man, it would be kind of cool to be Giannis for just 1 game. He makes dunking and getting to the rim look so easy.
Johnson surveying the floor. McHale against James. Back to Jordan. Johnson outside. On deep. Bird misses.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Giannis, no good. On the wing, Johnson, guarded by Curry. Curry against Johnson, and 3 from Jordan. A shot that time, not on target. Now the West All-Stars the other way.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes it to the rim.
Outside Jordan, pass to McHale. Now here's Bird. Back to McHale. Jordan with it. Kicks it to Johnson. He dishes it to Jordan. Bird outside. Over James. They grab their own miss. Here's McHale, and he uses the glass on the layup. McHale's got 8 points.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboard.
Curry looking around. Here he goes. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Johnson with some nice D. He kicks it to Jordan. Passes it to Bird. Malone in the post. He's against Jokic, and it's Malone missing. And so Giannis will bring it up for the West All-Stars. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Now here's Bird. He's got 10. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, and every generation or so, a player comes along who can be considered a true superstar. Folks, that's Larry Bird.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. So for the West, Allen's checked in for Jokic. Red Van Vliet comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Garland in for Curry. And he's good on the second. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Now here's James. 6 points for him. Good D by Olajuwon. James has gone only 3 of 10 here from the floor. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. On the wing, James. Defended by Wilkins. Releases. James, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Here's LeBron following the basket by Larry Bird. The drive by James.
That's really how LeBron prefers to finish, at full speed, driving hard and dictating the pace and keeping pressure on the defense.
Right side, Irving. Shoots over Van Vliet. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Thomas. And the 80s team leads by 12. Inside, here's... Oh, what a play! Woo!
Assisted by LeBron James.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Bird's got 15 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for LeBron. Here's Garland. Now the pass to Giannis. 6 on the shot clock. Dishes it to Butler. The 3. And Hakeem Olajuwon pulls it down. Olajuwon's got 6 rebounds in the game. Thomas with the ball. Outguarded by Giannis. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Butler. Pass to Van Vliet. Outside Garland. With some arc. Antetokounmpo, no good. And the 80s team has possession. Here's Wilkins. The shot comes out. Some solid defense from Butler. To the paint. Here's Garland. And the layup is good. Garland's got his second basket of the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now, here is Irving. Olajuwon drawn the double team. Just 5 to shoot. Goes back up. Nice work on the board. He's paying off with the basket. Olajuwon's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, you got to admire the muscle of Olajuwon, easily pushing through the defense and converting in his unique style.
He gets that one.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Enzo Thomas will bring it up for the 80s team. 10-point lead. Pass to Wilkins. This one for three. Thomas, no luck. And the West All-Stars have possession. Van Vliet outside. There's the dish to Allen. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon.
Earning a trip to the stripe that time. Allen constantly on the move, which makes him hard to guard.
2 shots.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the 80s team.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
And that one falls for Allen.
Boy, you know, you look at the raw athleticism of Allen, very enticing. I mean, he's a quick-footed, shot-blocking big guy. He's got a great future in this league, in my opinion.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. And Allen drops them both. The 80s team with the ball. 8-point game. Wilkins against Mitchell. Here's Irving. Abdul-Jabbar trying to free himself up. The shot's good from Irving.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
And, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now here's Van Vliet. The drive by Mitchell.
What a ferocious finish. Once Mitchell gets some speed behind him, look out.
Passes to Dantley. Abdul-Jabbar against Butler. And the pass to Olajuwon. Over Allen. Allen with the rebound. And so here are the West All-Stars. Trailing here by 8. On the wing, Mitchell. 7 points in the game. Shoots from 12. And Hakeem Olajuwon pulls it down. Olajuwon's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
2 minutes.
Pass to Dantley. Back to Wilkins. Now Irving fires the three. Knocks down the three ball. Irving's got 7.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
The drive by Garland.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Pass to Dantley. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Wilkins.
80s team foul. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
So for the West, Doncic comes in for Fred Van Vliet, and it's Paul in for Garland. The 80s team also changing it up. Worthy's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Gervin comes in for Irving, and it's Johnson in for Wilkins. Mitchell finds Paul. Here's Butler. He's guarded by Johnson. Allen passes to Mitchell. A 3 ball. And it's Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Gervin. Nice D from Doncic. And the West All-Stars have possession. 9-point game. And stolen by Worthy. Johnson, the pass to Gervin. Here's Dantley. Passes it to Worthy. Count that bucket. Worthy's got his second basket.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 7. Looking to end his cold spell. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Mitchell's got 9. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the 80s team. They lead by 9. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for the 80s team, Kevin McHale out there with Worthy. Then there's Moses Malone. And it's Michael Jordan. And it's Johnson in at the point.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
The layup missed.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
There's the pass to Paul. Out to Doncic. 6 to shoot. DeRozan passes to Allen. From deep three-point range, a rebound by Johnson. The 80s team with the ball. Outside Jordan. Pass to Worthy. Here's Malone. And Malone with the stuff.
Yeah, Malone showing you the bounce. How high he got up there, dunking comes pretty easy to him. It's quite easy when you get that high up.
Now here's Paul. From the baseline. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Paul's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Down low, here's Malone. The West All-Stars pull it in. Allen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Doncic. Good work defensively by Worthy. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. The teardrop falls in.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
The West making some changes. Jokic, he's checked in for Jared Allen. And it's LeBron in for Luka Doncic. The 80s team making a switch here. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Thank you, David.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Here's Jokic, following the basket by Michael Jordan. In the corner, it's James. To the inside, here's Butler. That shot off. And the 80s team going the other way now. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And it's Bird missing. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Here's Butler. Malone with the block. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Outstanding finishing there by Jordan. Terrific at getting inside and powering the flush down.
Pass to Paul. They need this one. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got 4 assists in the game. Paul's gone 50% so far. 2 of 4 shooting. Outside Jordan. Here's Malone. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Yeah, Malone's strength can be intimidating. He's superb at scoring, even when the D is draped all over.
To the left side wing. Shoots from the baseline. The shot's good from Paul.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
Now here's Johnson. McHale outside. The feed now to Bird. Over LeBron. Malone. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the 80s team leads by 16.
Yeah, Malone is an absolute nightmare on the offensive glass. Does a great job of establishing that position for that putback slam.
Here's DeRozan. Butler passes to Paul. Johnson with the block. Bird outside, and Jordan has it in the corner. Here's Malone. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's James, and McHale pulls it down. McHale's got 11 rebounds in the game. Bird, the pass to Johnson. Feeds it to McHale, and it's slammed in by McHale. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now the pass to Butler. Jordan against DeRozan. Malone with the block. Johnson against Paul. Bird right side. Johnson for 3. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Butler rejected by McHale. And he gets it back. And he recovers it.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
No good from Bird. On offense, here are the West All-Stars. Jokic kicks to James. And they double up James. Their offense, stone cold. Another miss there. Paul against Johnson. Here's Malone. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 7th assist in the game.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Now, here's Jokic. Can't connect from 14 feet out. Pass to Bird.
Much better job of just taking care of the basketball, really putting the onus on the defense. Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Jimmy Butler, and Curry subbed in for Paul. Now here's Giannis. Nice D from McHale. Johnson with it. With the floater. Here's McHale. They shoot again. And he lays it up and in.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Good on the shot.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Curry against Johnson. Pass to Bird. Over LeBron. That's short off the rim. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 14 points for Jokic.
You know, I think the passing skills of LeBron are his greatest asset, and he's got some great ones in addition to that. But his passing is otherworldly. When you get open, he gets it to you with exactly the right speed and pace so you can handle it.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo.
First team foul.
That's his first foul.
Substitution for the
And you
80s
can
team.
see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Those are always tough to
James
judge,
Worthy.
but I think the
George
official
Gervin.
got that one right. Using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Inside. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist from DeRozan. Curry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, that's a veteran play. DeRozan stays open to all possibilities. That's seeing the game in front of you. Excellent find. Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Here's DeRozan following the basket by Michael Jordan. Passes it to Jokic. There's the lob, and Antetokounmpo hammers the alley-oop through.
Giannis continues to expand his offensive arsenal, and with that, his confidence and ability can actually take over more.
Abdul-Jabbar passes to Worthy. Here's Jordan. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Antetokounmpo finds Jokic. Giannis inside. Abdul-Jabbar covering.
You can tell that Giannis takes pride in his activity level, the way he plays, his intensity level. And you see the result of that activity on second chance buckets like this.
Now here's Jordan. Outside
2
Worthy.
minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Puts it up. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the 80s team leads by 19.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Abdul-Jabbar. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
Well, you see the toughness and the instincts of Jabbar. I mean, always a threat for these second chance opportunities.
James against Bird. The drive by James. Lays it up and banks it in. .115 left to play here in the fourth. DeRozan against Jordan. And there's the pass to Gervin. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And Abdul-Jabbar has a sweet little mid-range, Jay, now. Can't sleep on that. Got to keep him from finding his rhythm from here.
And here's DeRozan. Outside Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Giannis. It's good.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Now here's Gervin. Pass to Bird. To the paint. Here's Jordan, and they double up Jordan. And it's Bird missing. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. LeBron kicks to Jokic. He dishes it to Giannis. Pass to DeRozan. Into the lane. And so it's the 80s team winning this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.